for your butt storm chasers. Here's the man of the hour, the painter extraordinaire, Thunderhead.
Hold on to thy butts. Speaking of which, I just rewatched Jurassic Park. That was like my favorite line in that movie from Sam Jackson before he was really Sam Jackson. Like, I mean, he was Sam Jackson, but he wasn't what he has become. I'm sitting here eating some Albanese gummies. I am. I got some right here. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that, Skomat. You sent this to me. Aren't you happy that I'm eating them? Honest appraisal of the Albanese gummy bear. If I'm being fair, they're good. They're good, don't get me wrong. They're delicious. They're a little foreign, they're a little scary, which is ironic because they're American-made. The flavors weird me out a little bit. I'm not used to all these crazy flavors. I'm used to my, like, solid stable of German Haribo / Black Forest flavors. And I don't think I'll ever get used to this. I mean, I'm going to eat them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to fuck a gummy bear, Flavolicious. What's wrong with you? What kind of stream do you think this is? By the way, Flavolicious, I'm sorry. Is the music a little too loud for you? Huh? Are you scared of it? It's okay. You can admit if you are. They are pretty good. They don't freeze as well as the Haribo gummy bears, which I have to say, I don't like as much. I don't know if you guys put your gummy bears in the freezer, but it is objectively the superior way to eat them. And the Haribo ones just kind of freeze better. Why would someone not have said gummy bears? I'm eating gummy bears. Oh, I'm sorry, Flav. Well, you know, the infant needs to be exposed to all kinds of things. I've heard that it's actually really good for young children to be exposed to bright flashing lights, loud sudden noises with heavy percussive elements, sudden bouts of shaking. These are all things that help them to adapt to their environment. None of these things are things that you should do with an infant. Please don't take anything that I just said as an endorsement of child abuse on any level. Please don't. How's everybody doing today? Right? They're super soft, Verg. Who do we got? Who do we got? Vergaderong, Flavolicious, Cyber Knights, Sko, Matt, Hethreer. Oh, I couldn't read that for a second. Vandal Noir, good to see you. Aeon Drummond, Flavolicious with the scared little kid. Flavolicious, it's okay. You can admit that you are, in fact, the scared infant. The shitless infant. Plan. Vandal. Do I look like a man with a plan to you? Come on. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button.
This is where the fun begins.
That's the right button. There we go. Oh, it was almost the right button. Come on. Boom. What's up, cat?
Hello there.
How we doing? I am zombified. Roland, did you see your mech? I'm taking some photos of him tonight. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked with how he came out. I feel like I could have gone heavier on the battle damage, but I didn't want to. I got him to this point, and I was like, you know, he looks pretty good. So I went with some dust on his legs, and threw down a clear coat on him. I think he came out pretty decent. I'm gonna get some proper photos of him tonight, along with, I realized, you guys, I finished Rampart Company on this stream, and I never did photos of them. I just, like, finished them, and I was like, okay, fuck it, and I put them on a shelf, and I forgot to actually do any proper photos of Rampart Company. So I'm going to do some of that tonight after the stream. We might be looking at a little bit of a short stream tonight, just a heads up for everybody. I've got a couple things outside I need to deal with. Ideally before the sun fully goes down? Ideally? I guess I could do it by, like, lamplight, but who wants to do that? It's terrible. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with how this Cataphracts came out. That is one Storm Chaser down, some of our main colors established. We've got Kursala working on the Orion sculpt for his own entry, and we'll have Vergaderungs coming up here pretty soon. Just as soon as I can print out that damn awesome arm. Just my printer going, just, oh, it's constant, you guys. It's constant. Oh, I'm so put upon. I have to keep making models, and then I have to keep painting them. Isn't that attractive? My soundboard is echoing. So this is weird. It didn't used to echo, but now, for some reason, when I've got both my desktop audio turned on and my monitor turned on, it echoes. Now it sounds like it should echo because I have both my monitor and the desktop audio, but it didn't before, and now suddenly it is. So, I don't know. Streamlabs OBS is being stupid. Hey, Bullos. Glad you like it, man. Yeah, I guess... See, the problem is that if I turn off desktop audio, which would normally be fine, then we don't get Pretzel. We don't get any music. So I'm gonna have to sit down tomorrow and try to actually fix it. But you know, I've got myself a task set for tomorrow to update my soundboard with some fresh clips anyway, so I guess there's no better time to dig into that. For today, you might have an echo or two, and I apologize for that. I'm using a proper wet palette today. I'm going to be starting to use... I got this fancy schmancy, designed to be a wet palette with a sponge underneath it, wet palette in the mail. It's a little bit more advanced than my usual old deli meat container with a paper towel in it. You know? I think we maybe have moved past that. Hey, Samir, good to see you. How you doing? Oh, okay. you missed the first part of that, Samaria. I can understand that. The more you mention these issues, the more you deter me from wanting to stream. What issues? What issues, Kat? Nothing that I'm talking about here should deter you from wanting to stream. You see all these people in chat right now who are for some reason here to watch me paint? They'd lose their fucking minds if you streamed, Kat. They'd be like, oh my god, give us more Cat! Make Thunderhead into a cat moderator, and reduce him to nothing but giving shoutouts. And I'd deserve it. I would rightly deserve it. Is it a 3-day weekend? It seems like that's like hardly a thing that we note anymore. I'm gonna mix up a little bit of my Reaper Gray liner here, because the first thing I need to do on these ARC Troopers, you were asking if there was a plan, Vandal, the plan is to paint miniatures. It's the same plan we always have. That's not interesting. No, we're going to be painting some of these ARC Troopers, who, I admit, I was a little aggressive on with my Zenithal, but I don't feel like redoing it, so we're just gonna forge ahead, painting this here white armor. I got 6 ARC Troopers on the desk tonight. Where is my matte medium? There it is. Hiding behind this blowed up building. Right? Bring on the cat stream. I'd watch the shit out of that. Thank you so much for the shout out for Flavolicious. Guys, if you haven't checked out Flavolicious' stream, you really should. He's been streaming more and more. He does painting. He does 3D design. He complains constantly. Sound like anybody you know? Hey, Buffalufacus? Buffalufacus. That's it, right? Buffalufacus? Did I do it? Did I say it? Yeah. Buffalufacus. The more I say it, the easier it's gonna get. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. We haven't even gotten started yet. What could I have possibly done in the last 30 seconds that made you think, I need to follow this guy? I mean, I don't know. I've got no clue. I don't know why anybody's here. I barely even know why I'm here. Let me mix up some of this gray liner, and we can get started here in just a minute. I want to go ahead and jump in, since I may have to duck out a little bit early. I may. Get your Storm Report entries in, though, because I'm definitely still hitting that. I'm not letting the stream go by without hitting the Storm Report. I love that. I love that segment, you guys. I love seeing what you're painting. And, I mean, honestly, you guys post stuff, like, all week in the Discord, and I often won't have a chance to look at it, at least right now. Man, spring and summer have me so freaking busy. But, the Storm Report's kind of my chance to get caught up on what the hell it is that's going on. Say Buffaluffa. I can't even say it now. The one time. Buffalufficus. No, I'm not gonna. But you know what? Let's just stop. Let's stop doing that. Probably just lost a follow right there anyway. Alright. So this new wet palette should be interesting. Happy 40th anniversary to Empire Strikes Back. Is it really? I should know these things. I'm such a poser, you guys. Basically everything that I am is a carefully crafted... Ooh, I got some nasty support marks on this. Look at this. Right there on his leg. I didn't even see it until I got to this point, but I got some nasty support connection points on here that I just missed while I was doing my Zenithals. Should have cleaned that up. One right here, one right here. Looks like one on the inside of his foot. That's okay. You know what I do in cases like this? That's where battle damage goes. It just makes my choices a little bit simpler when it comes time to randomly sponging on bits of damage. Ugh, dirty model. Dirty model. It's okay. So these ARC Troopers that I'm painting, you may note that the ones from FFG for Star Wars Legion have not actually been released yet. These ARC Troopers are 3D printed on my Illidu Mars. Files made available by Darkfire Designs. You can find them on Gumroad. I don't think I have a link for them up, but you can look up Darkfire Designs. He has a lot of really good clone troopers. The Airborne Troopers that I painted recently were also from him. Yeah, exactly. Yes, more tiles today. I am printing files for Ocoral. I have done a full Cityscape set, a full Megalopolis set for Hextech Trinity City. And now I'm working on the roads. And I'll be able to get those sent out to him pretty soon. I think he'll like them. I think he'll like them quite a bit. I need to thin this more. It's just a bit too thick. Even being lighter, I need some like flow aid in there. I do already like this better than my my paper towel trick. I will give it that the paint is staying in one place and not flowing all over the place, because I don't have an uneven, weird, wavy surface. Almost like it's designed for this sort of thing. He better like him. He better like. If he doesn't like him, I'm gonna fucking send Cat to beat him up. That seems fair, right? Don't like what I sent you? Prepare to get beat up by a girl. Not that that should matter. I've been beaten up by girls, you guys. It doesn't feel...
If you don't respect the cat, you're gonna get the BAP.
It doesn't feel any different than being beaten up by a man. I'll just get that out of the way right now, just in case you were thinking. Like, if it feels worse, that's entirely on you. That has nothing to do with her. It hurts. So how's everybody doing today? What are we working on? What are we working on? If you're working on something interesting, it would be awesome if you went over to the Discord, posted it in the Storm Report, so we could take a look at it a little bit later. By the way, Vergatarung, I saw that you hit me with a raid there from the stream that you had going before I started. Thank you so much for that, man. How's the stream going? I haven't been online much. I'm not sure how many times you've been on. I try to be supportive, but I can barely be supportive of myself, so, you know. Get rid of this lid, it's in my way. Okay. What's up, Ocoral? Good to see you, man. Hey, Hethrir. White Wolf, good to see you. Post some basing work, man. There are no wrong answers for the Storm Report. I can't emphasize that enough. Well, okay. You know very well there are some wrong answers. But those wrong answers are generally, you know...
Welcome, everyone, to Thunderhead Studios.
There you go.
Where the only rule is...
Please don't show me your genitals. Please don't.
Have fun, be safe, and above all...
Don't show them to me. For the love of God. That would be the one wrong answer.
Here at Thunderhead Studio, we specialize in turning your shame into... more shame.
The drum roll makes that one. It really does. Oh my gosh. I can only complain about my brushes so many times before it becomes apparent that I'm abusing them. these ones are just fraying like crazy. Good God, what have I done to you, brush? I've been washing you, I've been soaping you, I've been massaging you gently and lovingly. Let's go to another. One of my size 1 minis. And maybe
There's
eventually...
something about Canopian cat girls that give me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Or maybe it's just my allergies.
Chaotic's been watching too much anime. That's the only real answer. Ooh, it's been a long week, you guys. It has been a long week. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, the contrast between... this is just going to sound stupid. Like, as soon as I start saying it, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it's really obvious. I'm going to say it's insane to me, the contrast between the fall and winter months and the spring and summer months. But really, this is just because I spent the last, 10 years living in Texas, where there wasn't that much of a difference, honestly. Except that in the deep summer, it would just get really, really fucking hot and way more humid than I was prepared to deal with. But it was always humid. But up here, there are these things called, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, seasons, where temperatures and relative levels of humidity change, and plants will stop growing in one season and they'll start growing in another, as opposed to just growing year-round. It's wild stuff. But it happens here. And as a result, my workload from winter and fall into spring and summer is wildly different. Now, this sounds very obvious to some of you, again, but, I'm just getting used to it, so deal with it. I found this gray liner really a fantastic color for doing these initial parts on the Clone Troopers, because it's like I could just paint these parts black, but the gray liner does a really good job of getting down into the crevices, of darkening the parts that need to be deep in shadow, of getting in between the armor plates, and leaving a little bit of depth on the high spots without just turning black, because I really want these straps to be more gray. But what I don't want to do is spend more than one more step highlighting them. So this kind of allows me to cheat. Though I maintain there's no cheating in painting, there's just doing things the right fucking way. And the right way is the way that works for you. Oh, did he hit me? Oh, God. Oh, okay. Oh, dear. Oh, bother. Let me go ahead and start my timer. If I can find where I put my timer. Haha, if there's no timer, I can't do it. Yeah, send a glove. I'll put on a glove. Oh, I've already failed. Well, I guess I better start it over then. There we go. Alright, 30 minutes. Let's do it. I'm getting better at it. Pretty soon it's just going to be how it is. It can't have been 5 minutes. Stop exaggerating. We don't tolerate exaggeration, hyperbole, nonsense like that in this stream. We have a very strict no-nonsense policy. I don't know if you guys have read the manifesto recently. I probably shouldn't have a manifesto. Manifestos get a bad rap, you know? Maybe it's just because they're all, always associated with, cults, serial killers, questionable political parties, things like that, you know? What about all the nice manifestos? Nobody ever mentions them. D. Bradley Baker was the voice of D. Bradley Baker, the guy who did the clones? Oh, excuse me, it's pronounced hyperbole. Commissar Iguana bringing up the relative level of humor in the stream. Thank you so much for that. A little bit of hyperbole. I want to know what you guys are working on. Let me know in chat, but more importantly, because I'm more likely to see it, pop over to the Storm Report and post some pictures. And if you're not familiar with the Storm Report, I'll take this opportunity to tell you. Since I still haven't done myself an overlay element to do this job for me, we got a little viewer art share towards the end of every stream where we pop over into Discord and we take a look at anything that you felt the need to share. So if you've been working on something artistic, if you've taken some photos, if just anything you feel like sharing, minus things that will violate Twitch terms of service, obviously. Hope that's obvious. I really hope that's obvious by now, you guys. We have a whole voice clip about not showing me your junk, for God's sake. Jump over into the Discord, into the Storm Report channel, and post some pictures, ideally no more than 3. We try to keep it to 3 or lower these days. So somebody was mentioning before that if y'all jump into like a photo editor and combine a bunch of photos into one, there's not really much I can do about it. So try doing that. Ooh, looking forward to seeing that Cyber Knight. Oh, Coral isn't on timeout any more than everybody's on timeout because there is a standard globalized timeout. I don't pick on anybody in particular. I pick on everyone equally.
Yo, I heard you liked battle mechs, so I put a battle mech in your battle mech, and now Thunderhead's 3D printer is broken.
Makes me cringe a little bit every time. I feel like I'm gonna jinx myself by saying this, but honestly, guys, I'm overdue for a 3D printer breakdown. Like, all my 3D printers have both been running so smooth for so long that I'm starting to, like, when I wake up in the morning and go to work on them, I'm like, any day now, I'm gonna have a catastrophic breakdown. I guess I did have a little bit of a breakdown recently. It was just fairly easy to fix. I need to replace the fans on the Ender 3, though. They don't like being shut down and then turned back on at the moment. And one of the spindles, I think spindle is the right phrase for the part that connects the fan to the actual motor, is a little loose. So I should replace it. But it's one of those things, you know, like when you got a stuck drawer or a broken lock, and every single day it drives you crazy, and you're like, oh, why don't I ever fix this? Why don't I? And then you're like, well, you know, it works eventually every time. I'll put it on the later list. I'll get to it eventually. And you just never do. That's where I'm at with the fans on the printer. We'll get there. We will get there. If there's anything I'm sure of, it's that. What? I get new overlays and I ignore them? What did I ignore? Well, I guess if I ignored it, it's not surprising to find out that I don't know what it is. The whole stream needs an overhaul right now, you guys. Many parts of the overlay need overhauled, and I'm planning to spend some time tomorrow and the next day kind of getting into that. I've been coasting along on the same settings for a while now. And that's no good, you know? Stagnation is death. That might be a little harsh. That might be a little harsh for describing a stream overlay. I'm not going to die if I don't refresh some parts of it and update some others, but I will get progressively lamer until nobody wants to watch me anymore. And we can't have that. That's just lazy. I do ignore the focus button. Well, I'm trying not to ignore chat. It's just, you know, it's difficult. Guys, my job is hard. Being a streamer is hard. Everyone needs to be nice to me. I should whine like that more often. I don't understand how I don't get followers every single time I complain like that. It's so attractive. I do ignore the focus button. I should use it. I should use the focus button, you guys. Cat went to all the effort of making it for me. And even making it have like a hypnotic pulsing motion to it that is really alarmingly hypnotic. Maybe I should lean into that, you know? We could do some on-stream hypnosis. I could start putting in some subliminal messages so you guys don't even realize what it is I'm telling you to do. That sounds like fun, right? Who doesn't want to be forcibly hypnotized into making donations to Twitch streamers? That sounds, you know, that sounds like the next phase of Twitch marketing. I could start a revolution with shit like that. Therapy has been disabled. Yes, I mentioned that last time. And it's only because, guys, I like to talk about stuff. I didn't think I would as much when I started streaming, but it turns out that I do actually quite a bit of that. But that updates the overlay. The stream is doomed! It's not. That you're not on. Everybody's on timeout for that one. What's up, Pez Motion? Good to see you, man. Really just turned into me yelling at you to be nicer to... Everyone be nice. Everyone be nice to Thunderhead. He's such a delicate flower. I am a delicate flower. And I will wilt if not properly cared for. I haven't been watching as much Twitch this last week as I'd like to. I haven't had as much of an opportunity to watch other streamers, and I need to, because that's where I get most of my good ideas. I'm really trying not to, I'm trying not to cut back on the streams. I had initially thought, going to my next guy here, I had initially thought, when I started streaming, that I'd do 3 days a week until the spring-summer kicked off, and then I dropped back to 2. But so far, I haven't had to. I've been keeping up the 3 times a week fairly decently, and I don't want to. I don't want to cut back to 2 times a week. I feel like that would be kind of lame. So I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to just keep going with what we're doing. And see if I can't schedule out some more time to work on my overlays in OBS and such like that without losing on-air time. If only because, guys, this keeps me painting. It keeps me working. I do other painting. I've got what I call extracurricular paint time, sure. But not as much of it as I had during the winter, I'll tell you that. Oh. Yeah, I have bad posture, you guys. I need a better chair. I genuinely need a better chair. This chair that I'm sitting in is... It's like a shitty $60 chair I got at Costco, on sale. What am I saying? Everything's on sale at Costco. They might as well just call that store fucking on sale, the store. Thudnerhead. I love Thudnerhead. He's a good guy. A little dull, you know, but it's nothing against him, really.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead and glorb that paint on anywhere. It's not like we're trying to get inside the lines or anything.
How did I know? How did I know? I'm literally painting inside some very small lines. And actually getting it right. But O'Coral would hit glorb anyway. I haven't used that phrase naturally in a while. Glorb. Glorb. You have to say it like that, I feel like. Otherwise, you don't really get the full effect. shadow here. A little behind heel here. I think I'm going to modify my white armor formula when I go over into Stormtroopers. I'm using grays for the bodysuit, for the fingers, for the straps, for stuff like that on the clone troopers, because that's what color they were in the movies. I had good luck last time I did Stormtroopers switching from grays to blues, more like they were illustrated in the comic books. I may do that to differentiate clones from Stormies. We're going to have Stormies coming up here pretty soon. Once these arcs are done, I'm not going to have any more clones to paint for a little while. So we're probably going to swap off to painting some Stormtroopers and Rebels and fun stuff like that, you know. In addition to a lot of other shit, we got to finish some Heavy Gear Blitz. We got some more mechs coming up. Huh? What color of white is that trooper? 404th Exile. The highest white on this trooper is actually Reaper Wolf Grey. At this precise moment. As you can see here, there's no white on him at present. We're going to be getting into white as I go into highlighting. By the way, good to see you, 404th Exile. How you doing? I'm sorry, that's Vallejo Wolf Grey. You're right, that's not Reaper. Apologies. How dare I? How dare I? Professional streamer, stand back. It is a Vallejo color, though. I believe Reaper has some similar colors. I'm not sure what it would be in their catalog. Probably like Dragon Gray, if I'm guessing. A little Dragon Gray with like a little highlight of sort of Dragon Light Gray, and then maybe you put on some Dragon White, you know? Fucking Reaper. I know. That's only their bones paint line. But still, I think it's funny. If I think it's funny, then that means it is funny, and therefore, everyone should laugh. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Thunderman, make a joke. Mist Gray. Is it? It very well may be. There you go, Samare. He knows how it is. The old prompted laughter. That's the best kind of laughter. Maybe we should have a laugh track. You know? A button that I push for when there's nobody in chat. So that I still feel like people are laughing with me, at me, whatever the case may be. If major, like, multi-million-dollar, multi-season running mainstream television shows can get away with it, I think I probably could too. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't have enough money. Maybe my star power isn't great enough. We need to get that dude that plays Sheldon here on the stream, and then I could get away with a laugh track. I like how I just sort of quietly segued into making fun of The Big Bang Theory. I hate that fucking show. That's like, it's not even like a hot take. Everybody seems to hate that show. I don't know who it is that watches that show. Actually, that's not true. I do know somebody who watches that show. My wife's parents. Which should really say something. Oh, what did I say? What did I curse? Farts. Yeah, see, it's people's dads. Damn. I did, didn't I? It was The Big Bang Theory that did it to me. Alright, reset the clock. I gotta get Stacker Pentecost on here. So be it. Herpa-derpa. Bazinga. Bazongo.
Lols, I don't know how to integrate with proper society. I'm gonna say nerdy things about stuff that everybody understands. That's the whole joke. Look, guys, I play video games. Flash t-shirts.
I should write for NBC Universal. That's who makes that, right? Yeah, it's like, it's everybody's dads that watch it. Like, people who... It can't be made for people who are actually integrated into, and I'm loath to use the phrase, but I'm just going to say nerd culture. It can't really be for, I'm going to say us, because none of us seem to like it. It's all people who are, like, into the fad of being friends with nerds. I don't know. This all sounds really gatekeepy. Like, the more I say it, the worse I feel. So let's just settle on saying that, guys, it's not funny. It's not funny. Stop giving them money. Didn't they make a spin-off about Sheldon? I hate that I even know the character's name. I really do. Not enough to curse about it again. Actually, probably. Yeah, I could curse quite a lot about it if I was really... If you got full, unadulterated, non-family friendly time... In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll just save some cursing. Especially for it. For later in the stream. I'll be like, okay, guys. This is the part of the stream where I'm going to curse for an extended period of time about the Big Bang Theory. We could make it like the Storm Report. But, you know, angstier and really less entertaining, if I'm being honest. Yes, 404th Exile. For the entire process that has been done on these so far was they were primed black, they were then zenithal sprayed through an airbrush, Vallejo dark blue, I think just blue-gray is what the color's called. Let me see. Yeah, Vallejo Model Air blue-gray. Followed by a touch of medium gunship gray. And then wolf gray. And when I start putting on white, you can kind of get a feel of the difference it makes. Here's one of the guys that I just finished through the same process. So you can see the difference between the wolf gray and the white once you start highlighting them up. A redeem... That's a good idea, Vergata. We should have a redemption where all I'm allowed to do is curse. Like if I let out a sentence where I'm not cursing. That's when we have to reset it. Hey, Papa Bear, good to see you, man. Y'all having a good Thursday so far? I just spent my Thursday outside on a flippin' Kubota tractor mowing. Just mowing. It was not really all that entertaining or interesting or fascinating. It doesn't even make for good story time. I can't be like, guys, there I was, sitting on the tractor, engaged in the PTO, and I rolled over a gopher hole, and I was like, what? I didn't know we had a gopher out here. And then Jethro came over, and he was like, Thunderhead, that ain't no gopher. That's a prairie dog. I'm lying. Guys, I'm exaggerating. I'm kidding, okay? Jethro didn't come over. We don't have any gophers up here that I know of. We do have prairie dogs, and we do have badgers, and we do have skunks, and we do have snakes. Though thankfully, so far this year, all I've found are bull snakes. Because I don't, like, it probably goes without saying, I don't like rattlesnakes. I don't think there's anybody who's going to be like, man, I love it when rattlesnakes show up on my property. I don't know who this person is, but it's not me. Rattlesnakes are a poo-poo sandwich. So, I talked a little bit on the Discord about doing some viewer redemptions for these very ARC Troopers that I'm painting right now. I'd like to clarify that a little bit. I am working on painting them already. I plan to paint all of their basic armor white colors and then put up viewer redemptions, and what I can do is I can come back, and with the armor already painted, we can apply armor markings in the patterns of your choosing. This is my thinking anyway. You know, assuming you guys are interested in it. I had, I believe it was White Wolf asking how many points they would cost, because those points would be competing for mech redemption points. Most of the purpose of this, White Wolf, is for the people who maybe don't want to redeem mechs. So, I mean, if you're interested in doing both, that's awesome. I'm probably not going to make these as expensive as the mechs, because they're going to be a simpler job in that I will already have the majority of the paintwork done by the time we start. But I also just wanted to make sure you knew that I don't care. I don't care about you at all. No, god dang, I didn't curse. I almost cursed. I didn't curse. I didn't finish the word. It doesn't count. I do care, though. I care very much. I love that as soon as I said that, your first thought was, but I want to redeem both. That's so cool. I think it was White Wolf, wasn't it? If I'm mistaken about that, I apologize, you guys. Have a gopher family living behind our house. Huge snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? What's up, Play and Win? How you doing, man? Great to see ya. People who love rattlesnakes, people who love having excuses to shoot their shotguns at things. We don't need excuses to... I can just go into my backyard with a shotgun and fire it almost at random. That's kind of a wild thought, isn't it? I could do that right now. I could stand up, I could take my shotgun, loaded with just crappy bird shot. That's not a curse. I would say that in front of my grandmother. Of course, my grandmother's dead, so there's not a whole lot I wouldn't say in front of her, but I think you know what I mean. I can just go outside and pop off as many rounds as I want right now, and there's nothing anybody could do about it, as long as I wasn't firing into somebody else's property. But that's a matter of choosing a cardinal direction, because 2 cardinal directions are still going into my property. What am I missing? What am I missing? I got all the way up to the head, I did the visor, I did the frowny face, I did the antenna, I did the most of the goofy pauldrons, and I want to put a little shadow here underneath his ARM computer. Okay. Did the most of the jetpack, that looks good. On to the next one. Yes, it was you, White Wolf. Met on mechs, but I could go for a painted ARC Trooper. Okay, so I'm gonna have to establish some rules for the ARC Troopers. I will not draw any sort of stylized genitalia on the ARC Trooper armor. We're not doing it. I feel the need to say this right up front, because that's the first thing somebody's gonna ask for. They're gonna redeem points, and then the thing is gonna be like, draw a wiener on his head. Touch the cod piece, put some balls on him. Like, no, come on, guys. You should be ashamed for even thinking that. No cock troopers. Hey, my 30 minutes is up. Sweet. They've all been right in a row. Oh, Coral, fine. This is just turning into like the first hour of every stream. I'm not allowed to curse. That just means for the last hour, I'm gonna curse like a flippin' sailor. I learned to curse from sailors, so there's probably something to that. I wanted to hit his gun again with this gray liner. By the way, guys, this white that you're going to see me working on the ARC Troopers, this is my fast white. You can spend more time doing white. Spend a lot more time doing white if you really, really want to. But what I really, really want to is a zig-a-zig pa. To quote the famous British philosopher, Sporty Spice. If you're not familiar with her work. I can't remember the actual woman's name. Like, it would have been funnier if I could have remembered her name. Or any of the names of any of the Spice Girls. There's several of them whose names I frankly should remember because they became, like, famous afterwards, as opposed to the fake famous they were while being the Spice Girls. And I can't think of any of them. One was named Jerry, I think. You know, Roland, I could do... So, okay. For the ARC Troopers, I want to lean away from doing camo patterns, because that's not really the point. They're more like identification patterns and artistic patterns. But, I mean, you could. I'm gonna have like 12 ARC Troopers to work through, man. And I'm not gonna tell you how to redeem your points. Like, that's the whole point, if you will, because the jokes. The whole point of the viewer redemption is that you get to choose something. And I'll give you guidelines, but I'm not gonna tell you, you know, as long as you're within the basic guidelines, no, I won't do that. I mean, I might, but it's unlikely. Well, this guy's heel did not... Okay, here's a... Let's have the opportunity to point it out. You can see this guy's heel did not print properly. See how it's kind of truncated there? Right there, it's flattened out. This was an island where the support didn't connect to the heel very well, and it got flattened out and pancaked a little bit. It's okay, I'm just going to paint around it. But I like to point out these printing mistakes when they happen. That was Ginger Spice. Victoria was... Yeah, Victoria something or other. Posh Spice. Also known as the Hot One. Oh my god. I was like 13 and even I could tell. Like, yeah, that's the one. That one who's looking at me a little bit like she hates me. That's the... Ooh, maybe that says something about me. Maybe I shouldn't dig... You know what, let's not think too much about that. What that says about me as a person. Or my tastes. Let's just move on. A1 or an A10 style shark's mouth on the helmet, that would be tough, but I'm into it. I'm into trying it. They're called Volts, man. I should remember I didn't name them. Victoria Beckham. That's right, she married old what's-his-nuts Beckham. Play and Win, are you still in the chat, man? If you are, I hope that you're going to be posting in the Storm Report. I hope you've been working on some stuff. I like Play and Win. Play and Win is a good dude, and he's been painting more lately, and I've always encouraged him to paint. Except all the times when I didn't, which was sometimes. Every time I've thought of it, I've encouraged him to paint. And it pleases me to see him doing so, because it means he's learning obedience. No, that's not what it means. Taking a peek at... I haven't, Samare. I'm a bad person. You know what, Samare? I'm going to... Tomorrow. I'm going to set myself a reminder so that I don't forget to do it in the morning, and I'm going to pop it on before I start doing my stream maintenance in the morning. I owe you that much, man. You've gone to all the trouble of trying to recommend a good show to me, which is something that I do for people regularly. And I want to check it out. And then I'm gonna come back to you and I'm gonna be like, this show's stupid, Samare. Why do you recommend things to me? Why do I even like you? Gah! It's gonna be terrible, but I will have watched it. No, I'm kidding. It's probably gonna be interesting. I like... Guys, do you have any idea how stupid a mecha anime has to be to turn me off of it? I'm talking like Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Like, that's the bar. If it's better than G Gundam, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm probably gonna like it. I'm sure I will. G Gundam was not so... No, Vergaderung. I will tolerate a lot of... Stupid timer. A lot of poop out of you, sir. I will tolerate you saying crazy things. I will not stand here and let someone go, but Mobile Fighter G Gundam was good. It was not good. It was insane. I will accept it was entertaining. I will accept it was wild. I will accept it is idiosyncratic. I will not accept it was good. Oh. See, I started talking about G-Fighter, and I'm just like, or G-Gundam, and I'm like, I'm messing up all my paint strokes now. This guy's foot's gonna be a little muddy. He's just gonna have to deal with that. But if you are interested in redeeming an ARC Trooper...
Welcome back to 50 Shades of Coal Gray.
I love this chapter.
And as he pulled his stiff bristles out of my wet fluids, I yelled out, "No, Thunderhead! You need to thin that paint first!"
I love that book. I love that book. I love particularly the audiobook by Chaotic Harmony. It's really high quality stuff. But if you are thinking of redeeming an ARC Trooper, I recommend a little bit of pre-planning. If you're on the stream, pay attention to the way that the armor is put together. Note where you would like the armor markings to go. And go ahead and just type in ARC Troopers The Clone Wars into Google or, Bing if you search for way too much porn. Whatever it is. Whatever search engine you prefer. And look up some of the pre-existing armor markings, because that will give you some ideas. Gear Falcon 6, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. I hope you're having fun. I know I am. I can't believe you guys haven't gotten tired of me saying the same things yet. Can't believe it. Here's a thought, chat. Put some thought into this for me, if you don't mind. What color am I gonna paint the commas? These things hanging off of them. And bear in mind, too, you can try to make me do some patterning on the commas. I don't promise it's gonna come out amazing, because I'm not great at cloth. But these things on their butts, their butt cloths, first of all, I need to pick a color for them. I'm leaning towards purple since we're doing Storm Chasers. But, I'm open to suggestions. And some clones also had patterns on those. So, keep that in mind if you're thinking about redeeming an ARC Trooper. 0083 was the only anime I actually passed out. Dude, yeah, 0083. They took a while to get off the ground. But it's a good show. It's a good show. I left a little piece of support on here, and I just didn't even notice it until now. How embarrassing. Burgundy. That could be interesting. I went with, I just want it to be different. I guess it doesn't have to be different. I could go with even the same color that I did for my Airborne Troopers. By the way, look how glossy this is. I don't know why my usual matte clear coat is doing nothing to take this down. If anything, it's made the gloss worse. I'm trying a couple of new matte clear coats from. I got some testers. I got some Tamiya. I'm trying to branch out since I've had such a failure with my usual clear coat. But yeah. I did! It was mixed! 0083 is Stardust Memory. Yeah. Yellow? I could do yellow. We could do like a desert. Gear Falcon, hello! Good to see you. How are things? Gotta look like it's... No! What? Why would you even say that, Cat? It's not. It's fairly new, and it was well shaken up. Shook up. I'm all shook up. Ooh. Alright, that's all done. Above the belt's done. The pistoleros are done. Let's put a little bit on our jetpack here. These prints are a little bit messier than the last few that I did, but it took me a while to dial in my settings for these Darkfire Designs clone troopers, and these were among the first that I did. My Airborne troopers came out much cleaner. But I'm not printing them again. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to paint around the mistakes. I don't care that much. A good painter can paint around physical errors in the model, which means I will fail utterly. Yes, I ordered some of that, specifically Cyber Knight. I ordered their Mecha Mat because, well, it was available and on sale on Amazon. Those are the reasons that I actually ordered it, but I've heard good things. It should get here. What? Who's talking about me? Which one of you is going out there talking... I got 18 minutes left. Talking poo-poo, talking nonsense, talking untrue, libelous... Wait, no. Libel's in print. Libel's in print, and I know that because of J. Jonah Jameson. Slanderous rumors. Those are the ones that you say out loud. Can you slander someone in live chat? I feel like most internet communication is text-based, therefore it would in fact be libelous, wouldn't it? I don't know the law well enough. I'm specialized in bird law mostly. So, it's tricky for me. Oh, Flavolicious. I see how it is. Flavolicious is out there going like this Thunderhead guy. Go troll him in stream, you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Flavolicious is a great dude. If he's not in chat, he was just a few minutes ago. I'm glad he's been talking me up. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if I'm glad he's been talking me up, but I certainly appreciate it. That was a bit aggressive. Let's try and pull some of that out. I don't know who this is. I don't feel like this song has played before on Pretzel, but I like it. I'm a big cornball, you guys. I really am. Talking smack. There we go. Dragging my name through the paint. I can only make it look better. Have you seen any mud crabs lately? Yes, I have. Disgusting creatures, aren't they? Oh, you bought the Hextech stuff. That's awesome. How do you like it? Cat, I gotta get a new gift for the gift subs because we're getting more of those than regular subs and I don't get to see my cool gift. Cat, thank you so much for that. Hope you enjoy that, Gear Falcon. Now you won't have to watch commercials at the very least when you pop into the stream, and I know that irritates me. Honestly, that's like half the reason I sub to anybody on Twitch is because I'm just tired of watching commercials, which I realize is just corporate America winning. You know? They're like, this moron, he's paying us money to not have to be advertised. But I just go along with it. I have no pride. How are you liking the Hextech stuff, Falcon? Desert light brown color, sort of the kind of material that's slightly darker than what would normally be associated with desert clothing. Sort of a yellow to khaki. You could do something like that, Samir. That's not a bad idea. Oop. One of the reasons I like gray liner is that I can get crevices like this that are really, really small. It flows so nicely and tends to not leave too much fuss on the upper surface. I'm going to come in and highlight it white later, so it's not really going to matter that much, but it just saves me a little bit of time down the road. Like right here, I'm able to just kind of swipe it across this brow band. And the brow is going to turn gray, and the shadows are going to be more of a black. And, I mean, this is only going to require, like, one quick highlight. One quick highlight on the brow band, and I'll pretty much be done with it later. Can I just note that I've always thought these antennas on the sides of the Mandalorian helmets being rangefinders instead of antennas was silly. I realize it happened in Empire Strikes Back. I get that. But even as a child, I thought it was silly. I'm like, that should clearly be an antenna. I choose to believe it's both an antenna and then you flip it down and it's also a rangefinder. It's like dual purpose. Mod Sword Green. Cat wields the Mod Sword with a great fury. I'm going to wind up having to do some... I'm either going to do another stream with some Hextech stuff being painted, or I'm going to do some videos of painting Hextech stuff. More than likely both. More than likely both, if I'm being honest. Just as soon as... Guys, I've got to get over the YouTube video making a hump. I've got to get over it, and it is a hump. I cannot explain why it is so easy for me to jump into a stream, and it is so difficult for me to produce a 1-minute video that I don't hate. I just need to practice, and I need to watch some more videos that I like to get ideas. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Under the arms, a little bit in here. Right up against the central jetpack column there. Knees, ankles, feet, hands, elbows. Not quite. A little bit on the elbow here. Gray liner is also good for spots like this where all you have is just kind of a crotch, if you will. And you need the color to run down into the deepest part of it. Reaper liners and Reaper transparents, man. I really like them. They're great paints. Alright, that's those three. Swap out to the next three. Samir, thank you so much. Got some primed Hextech and looking for videos on how to paint them. Well, 404th, we may be able to get you taken care of. It's tough for me because I'm like, I don't feel like I did the best job painting my head. Like, I designed it, I made it, and then other people got their hands on it and painted it better. But they've given me some ideas, so I need to paint some new Hextech stuff, and there's no better time to make a video than when I'm painting my own stuff and just record it, right? Real 80s synthwave style. What is a synthwave style building? What did buildings look like in the 80s that... Like, I'm wondering how you apply synthwave to architecture. Oh, like Blood Dragon. I did love Blood Dragon. Should I post pics? Sentient, you should always post pics. That question answers itself, really. Random hair. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't know, does Thunderhead want to see pictures of this? As long as you're not talking about your bathing suit area, the answer's probably yes. A little bit right there. A little bit extra shading here. '80s neon cyberpunk stuff. I'll take a look at some of the building designs from Blood Dragon itself and see if I can't get inspired. It's been a long time since I dug into Blood Dragon, but man, did I love that game. I mean, it's like an expansion pack, but arguably the expansion pack was better than the game it was an expansion pack for. By arguably, I mean objectively and unarguably, because it had Michael freaking Bain doing the voice of the main guy whose name was something ridiculous like Colonel Max Power. Or something, something like that. And like every single thing in the game was a reference to late 80s, early 90s movie culture. From the RoboCop gun that was called the AJM for Alex J. Murphy, to the Cobra assault cannon. Of course, both of those are from RoboCop. But there's nothing wrong with loading up on RoboCop references. I happen to love RoboCop. Asked a lawyer friend of mine, because I'm a massive nerd, in text chat that is permanently recorded, made public, causes harm, is at fault, and is falsifiable, is technically liable. It's good to know that. That's definitely going to apply to me at some point. Definitely. Thank you so much, Dave. Should get Michael Bain to endorse Trinity City. Yeah, I'll get right on that. What's up, Downslide? How you doing, man? Don't worry, I'll be sure not to slip. Sergeant Rex Power Colt. Sorry, his name is Rex Colt and his nickname is Power. Good lord. RoboCop is awesome, and it had no sequels. Samir, I like you. These are some of the clips I need to get on there, specifically... Hey, Crossbow Roof, good to see you. Specifically lines from Red Foreman. Cobra assault cannon, state of the art, bang bang. I like it! And of course the ever classic, ooh, guns, guns, guns. And, what's another good one? What's another good one? We got, you a college boy? Bet you think you're pretty smart.
You know, I suppose you could just go ahead and glorb that paint on anywhere. It's not like we're trying to get inside the lines or anything.
You're just waiting for the cooldown at this point, aren't you, Okoro? Think you could outsmart a bullet? If it's not clear, guys, I really do love RoboCop. It's one of my favorite movies. As cool as I find ARC Troopers, I have to say that the whole thing they did in the cartoons where ARC Troopers used just like a pair of pistols a lot of the time, I've always found silly. At a certain point, you just have to headcanon that all blasters in the Star Wars universe are appallingly inaccurate, and that's why nobody ever hits anything, and guys wielding a pistol in each hand are considered marksmen. They just never developed accurate weaponry over the entire course of their history. They don't know what it is, so it doesn't seem strange to them. New power tools. What's up, Crossbow Roof? Did I say hi already? I can't remember. Twice the shots, twice the accuracy. Hey, that makes sense to me, man. Doing it to me again, aren't you, Pretzel? You're like, play a couple of things that I like and then something stupid. Just to irritate me. I got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes! It would probably be more entertaining if I cursed more, but I actually am trying to meet the stipulations of the redemption. Ooh, that's pretty nice, Crossbow. I'm able to get some real work done with that. Bandsaws are nice. When they're not, you know, accidentally sawing your thumbs off in record time. Not that that's going to happen, but in all seriousness, do be careful with a crossbow. I'm sure that you know how dangerous they are and everything. But I would just like to reiterate, they are appallingly dangerous and you should be very careful with them. Bandsaws, that is. They can hack through flesh and bone before you realize that it's happening. There's a reason butchers use them. I'm gonna have to freshen up my gray liner here a bit. I've actually gone through most of it. Again, I'm sure you know that. But the thing about safety tips is, you should really repeat them even when people know them. Because people, you know, we make mistakes and we forget and we become complacent. That's how relatively experienced workmen lose limbs. That's one of my, like, greatest nightmares, you guys. I don't wanna lose any of my limbs, any of my fingers. That's like some of my most morbid thinking. I'm like, oh, what would I do? What would I do? I'd be a miserable wreck. I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have the get up and go. I don't have the gumption. I don't have the mental fortitude to pull myself out of a hole like that, I don't think. Many people do. And I respect the heck out of them. But I don't know how I'd handle it. What a weird thing to talk about. Thunderhead. What's wrong with you? We gotta get morbid every now and then, otherwise what's the point? No, it's just you. They're not misprinting. There's gonna be a couple of funny layers on top because of how flat they are. We're gonna get some curling, but they're printing just fine. Unless they peel up off of the print bed. Oh, Coral. They're printing just fine. I'm nearly done with your order, by the way, Oh, Coral. I finished up these streets, and I'm packing that up, and we're good to go. Putting some more gray liner onto my palette here. I like this wet palette. It's effective and less irritating than my other one. Is the mayor played by Asajj Ventress? Asajj Ventress is a character I would love to see more of, but she's pretty much just been abandoned, it seems like. Yeah, you can if you like, O'Coral. I'll have your stuff going out next week, more than likely. I don't think more than a couple more days printing. Because I'm on the roads now, and the roads I'm printing in batches, so... Because I heard the sounds of whoosh, there are no lerms in here. Ain't no lerms. What's up, Chaotic Harmony? How you doing? Cat, can we get a shout out for Chaotic Harmony, please? Yes, I did. I got the Masterson Stay Wet.
Welcome back to 50 Shades of Cold Grey.
I love this.
Chapter
I
2.
love this book.
And as I lay on the cold, unforgiving table, my liquid spewing out from beneath me across the polished surface, I look up to see Thunderhead shaking his head, eyes alight with disappointment as he cleans his brush.
Disappointment. Oopsies, I need to thin this a bit more. This is like the undiluted gray liner, and it's actually pretty harsh. Actually pretty harsh. I like to mix in some flow aid to get it just where it is for most of my pin washing work here. Just heading to the store. Figured to stop by and say hello, Chaotic Harmony. Thank you so much for stopping in, man. I always appreciate seeing you in chat. Always do. This guy. This guy over here. Cat, I'm not your boss. I'm nobody's boss. Yeah, Chaotic, when you gonna paint another mech, huh? Huh? I know you got plenty of Herbies lying around. Somebody saw to that. And I don't think you finished off the Game of Armor Combat box. Everybody harass Chaotic Harmony until he does a painting stream. Wait, is that a violation of... That would be my luck. I'd say something jokingly like that, and Twitch would be like, oh, this guy's encouraging people to brigade other streamers. Ban him. It's not what I'm doing. I mean, it's a little bit what I'm doing. But it's in a loving, friendly, encouraging way. Ha ha, everybody, we're all friends, yay. Right? Come on. I'm not trying to get you guys to, like, hurt Chaotic Harmony. I'm certainly not giving out his address and saying, like, send him, you know, various levels of dried dog feces. I'm not doing that. I'm just posting his address in one of my Discord channels that happens to be titled Send This Man Feces. That's all. That's not really an endorsement of anything. Yeah, I guess the quotes. As long as they're air quotes, Cat, then I'll accept it. Because then it's ironic. Big box of Haribo from Germany. I'll trade you. I'll trade you my Albanese gummies for that sweet, sweet Haribo. I actually do like the Albanese gummies. They are good. I'm not used to them yet, and I admit I'm just like, you know, I'm so set in my ways that the flavor changes kind of throw me. But they are delicious. They're very flavorful.
Not to worry, we are still flying half a ship.
Pardon? I'm just throwing my brush across the room. No big deal. They are quite soft. But they're good. And now I can criticize them with more direct first-hand knowledge than I had before, which I think is probably good. You know, if you're gonna hate something, if you're gonna hate on something, if you're gonna criticize something, you should have first-hand knowledge to criticize it with. So when someone's like, have you tried it? I can go, yeah, motherfucker. I've tried your fucking gummies. Let me tell you something about this little dog and pony show you call Albanese gummy bears. The clock did expire, yes. It ran out. I can say anything I want. Thunderhead Unchained! See, it's a matter of preference, Aeon, because I like them. I like them firm. No. No sugar-free. Absolutely not. I won't say anything nice about the sugar-free ones. Koryutsu? I don't. But I have been very recently, as people know, I've been talking about it quite a lot, looking to diversify my content onto YouTube. And that is a great idea. It really is a great idea. Guys, I get... And I realize this is silly, which is why I'm saying it out loud, is to kind of take the curse off it. I get self-conscious about the fact that there are so many other people on YouTube who make how to paint videos. I feel like, why would you look at Thunderhead's how to paint XYZ video when you can go to, like, you know, Duncan Rhodes or Sorastro or any number of people that I go to when I'm looking for a technique? I gotta just put that out of my head and start making content, even if there is a bunch of it, because, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. But, yeah, that's a really good idea, Koryutsu. I will do a YouTube video where I go over what is essentially the basic zenithal coating technique I use on almost every miniature that I paint. Absolutely. I gotta just build up some momentum making the... I've said this before, so I feel a little foolish saying it again, but I'll just say it again. For whatever reason, when I have total control over everything that I'm posting, in the sense of I'm recording a pre-made video that I will then post online, I get self-conscious. I become obsessive about everything being perfect, and that's not helpful. I just need to get a couple of videos finished and posted, which my goal is to have my intro done for the Twitch channel tomorrow evening. And to start working on the Special Edition Storm Report. I've started working on it as far as examples go, but to start recording for the Special Edition Storm Report this weekend. And I'd like to produce at least one video a month. And suggestions are welcome, you guys. If there is something... In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a channel in the Discord for YouTube suggestions. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to make everything you suggest. But if there's something you would like to see me do a video for, specifically, post it in that channel. In fact, Kat, would you do that for me? Would you make a channel someplace that is specifically for YouTube suggestions? Again, I don't guarantee I'm going to do everything you post in there, but if there's something you'd like to see, please post it in there. And, I'll use it to cut my teeth. You know, I'll use it to get those first few videos out so that I can get used to... It seems silly. Like, I don't need to get used to being in front of the camera. I am used to that. I gotta get used to... I don't know. I don't know what it is that sets it apart. But, it's a little mental block I gotta get over, you know? It's new. And it's a little intimidating, because there's guys out there who've been making YouTube content for 10 years. And I'm like, hey guys, me too! Cooking with Thunderhead. No, probably no cooking. Probably not cooking. Some more organic stuff, like wings. I know what Hethrir's talking about. No, Coral, I gotta print out the mechs, but that's only gonna take like 6-7 hours. That's no biggie. Yeah, that's kind of it, Flavolicious. I feel stupid talking to just myself. You know? But, that's nothing you can't get over with practice. Oop, I didn't do his other foot. Being less methodical than I should be. Oop, that's a little aggressive. It's a little aggressive. Let's pull some of that out. Draw it down. Do a little extra highlighting there to make up for the fact that I just dumped half a bottle of gray liner into one spot. Yeah, getting the sentence started. And I find that I have the same problem that I'll sit at home in my armchair YouTuber status, and I'll be like, oh, these videos always start with people saying something stupid like, hey guys, and then I go to record a video, and it's the first thing out of my mouth. It is the first thing out of my mouth. I'm like, hey guys, and I realize all at once, like, I need to not criticize people for that so much, because I don't know what else to say. It's so natural. What would this shoulder thing be called? Pauldrons? A pauldron? I think it's probably a pauldron. Remember to smash that like button, click that bell, bro. I don't want to fall into all the cliches, but I'm inevitably going to wind up falling into all the cliches. Cliches are cliches for a reason, guys. It's not because the entire world is unoriginal, though that is part of it. It's just kind of a truth. There's nothing new under the sun, you know? Ultimately, we're all just trying to stand on the shoulders of giants. Manro Fasal, good to see you. Yeah, and so the first few that I've done, I've actually, how it went is I wrote out an initial script and then I recorded it and I watched it and I said, you look like crap, you need to go shave. And I was like, okay, I'll go do that. And then I came back and I recorded another one. And then I started scripting. I'd be like, well, this part works, this part doesn't. So then I started modifying my script. And I mean, and this is just for a 1-minute video. I'm starting to understand how much work it is making pre-recorded videos. My respect for YouTube producers has gone up. Talking to a friend of mine who's done YouTube for a long time, though, I realized that I can't worry about it so much. I can't worry about every little thing. I'm going to give you guys some videos. Some of them might suck. I just ask that you, be understanding as we learn together. As we learn together. Daigle. Deela. How would you like me to pronounce that? That one kind of throws me a little. It could be like Deela. Or it could be Daigle. Either way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. Thank you so much for the follow. But then, guys, you're a fantastic community, really. I've gotten the chance now to integrate myself into a couple of different Twitch communities, and you guys blow my... What happened? What just happened? There's a storm coming in. Holy hell. 10 gift subs. Oh, Coral. I don't even know what to say. I feel bad. I feel bad for putting you in timeout before. Thank you so much, O'Coral. I appreciate that, man. Saving some people the trouble of watching commercials. Nobody wants to watch commercials. What? I don't know what I did. My name's O'Coral. He gives 10 gift subs and the first thing I do is mock him. O'Coral, I really appreciate it, man. That's fucking awesome. Coral, you're a part of that amazing community that I'm talking about. You've been here since the beginning, which, guys, was not that long ago. This stream is not old. I'm still really learning the ropes on Twitch, and you guys have just seen to it that I need to hit the ground running at every single step of the way. And I appreciate it. You've made me get a little bit more serious about it, and I kind of needed that push, I think. I think it's going well. Oh, Coral, number 1 on the gift board. I think that is technically a declaration of war. Roland, how are you making it? It's still going. It's just one after the other. I haven't even been counting. This is out of control. I'm gonna break my freaking alerts. Oh, Coral, I can't thank you enough, man. I really do appreciate that. Your support means the world to me. Haribo fruit salad. Roland, I swear to God, if you start mixing delicious Haribo gummy bears with like marshmallow and BS gelatin and putting in pastel colors, like I'm not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna judge you silently is what I'm gonna do. Why do you have to do this? Why can't you just eat the delicious gummy bears and be glad that they're so good? I hate to. I don't mean to criticize the desserts that you make, Roland, but some of them are a little horrifying. Just a little bit. It is sentient, it really is. This stream is less than 5 months old. Like, we're gonna hit 5 months here real shortly. And, I've had to learn a lot to keep it going. I'm not complaining, I am thanking. Because without you guys, without the community, without O'Coral, without Roland, without the whole gang pushing me to improve, I wouldn't be doing this 3 times a week. And the fact that I've had people come to me and thank me for doing the stream and say that this is what's gotten them painting again, this is what's got them painting more regularly, this has been inspirational, like, oh my god, you guys. You make my streaming days better. You really do. And in this day and age, that's nothing to sniff at, and that is nothing to downplay. Without this, I'd probably be a lot more irritable. So in a way, my wife thanks you too, because she'd be the one who has to deal with my cranky ass. And I do get cranky. I think cranky is the best word for it. I'm like a big baby. It's not a dessert. It's... Oh, okay, okay. You're talking about like a mixture of Haribo. What is happening? Why? Why? Oh. That's it right there. The Force Lightning Storm. Holy hell. Who did these ones go to? We got one over to Deagle. I don't know if it's Deagle or not. One for Codeine, one for Adam Hags, one for Garonis. It's that. Even if it's just a month's worth of commercials that you guys don't have to watch, I'm still glad for it. I hate commercials, you guys. Did you get that last one in, Flav? Just to kick yourself up over the... Daily? Is that what it would be? Yeah, I was thinking it could be daily. I don't mean to call you out. I try to pronounce names as well as I can. And when I can't pronounce them, I like to make fun of them, and that one threw me. I couldn't even make fun of it. I like daily as a pronunciation. I like the GH as a sound. Flavolicious, you absolute freaking madman. Thank you so much for all those gift subs, dude. I mean, I realize that your primary motivator was probably just spite, but, you know, I'm not gonna look that gift horse in the mouth, you know what I mean? Oop, little thing I gotta remove. Get wrecked, O'Coral. Oh, the gift subs got in the... I'm sorry I didn't see that. Daily. Okay, yes. Well, now I'm going to pronounce it right every single time, except the next time when I'm going to forget and I'm going to ask you again. So, we got a couple of new names here in the chat. I've noticed a couple of new people today who are hanging out, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my little spiel that I like to do. If you are not familiar with the stream, if you're brand new to the stream and you are a creative person in any way, shape, or form, we would love it if you'd share your creativity with us. We have a bit towards the end of the stream called...
Welcome, everyone,
Reports.
to Thunderhead Studios, where the only rule is...
Please don't show me your genitals. Please don't.
Have fun, be safe, and above all...
Don't show them to me. For the love of God. Just don't. Just don't do it. Rule 1 pertains primarily to our bit called the Storm Report, which is an audience participation bit. You guys, it's about participation and community. Towards the end of the stream, we jump over into Discord, into the Storm Report channel, and we take a look at the pictures that you, yourself, have posted there. If you would like to share something with us, a miniature you've painted, some work in progress that you're working on, a full-on painting that you're doing, some photography you've done, some cross-stitch, anything, anything creative. I would love it if you felt like sharing. Go over into Discord, go to the Storm Report channel, and post ideally no more than 3 pictures. We have had to limit it somewhat. But it would really, really make my day if you felt like participating. Any of our newer viewers. We have a fan-flippin-tastic community over in the Discord and here in the stream. And I think that the strength of our community is in our sharing. This stream, like, it's my stream, and that's all cool and everything, and I like it, and I certainly wield my power like a fucking madman, but at the same time, this stream is nothing without you guys, and this stream has become about this community. It has become about helping one another. It's become about encouraging one another, and it's become about, you know, finding a way to get over those stupid little blocks and those stupid little thoughts that plague all creative types. Because let's face it, we all suffer from it. If you paint things, if you create anything, unless you're some kind of insane prodigy, chances are you suffer from time to time from some sort of creative blockage. And, this stream has helped me work out a lot of my own, and in a few cases, people have told me that we've helped them work out theirs. And I find that sharing helps. I find that sharing is always a good time. Did I do something stupid? I might have done something stupid, you guys. Oh well. I'm not going to tell you what it was. We're just going to move forward like I didn't do something stupid. Because I prefer the reality where I didn't do something stupid to the reality where I definitely did do something stupid. It's okay, it'll just be something I have to fix later on. It's the same thing I did on my clone captain when I painted him recently, where I made his thigh straps and his holsters black instead of white. When they were definitely white in the show. I've been painting the thigh straps on all my arcs black, and I realize now they should probably be white also. Oh well, I didn't realize it because this guy is the only one whose straps are attached to his pistol holsters. Foolish! Foolish of me. Thought I was doing well, but making my first ever paid subscription on Twitch, and suddenly they're getting... Yeah, but Samare... See, here's the thing. There are different types of subs, man. And, each of them, you know, they hit you in a different way as a streamer. I love gift subs. I love gift subs. It represents an individual's, you know, desire to support the stream. That's really exciting. Not just because of the money that Twitch kicks me. Because of it. It's momentum. You know, it's sort of fuel in the tank to keep going more than anything. That's its primary value. But a gift sub being continued, that's just amazing. I love that. I really do. And knowing that that's your first paid sub on Twitch, that you're exposing yourself to potential identity fraud by putting your information out there on the interwebs for my sake, it's fantastic. Also, send me your PIN number. No. Really, though, man, that's... I love hearing that. I do. You guys are a part of what makes me want to improve this stream, because if you're going to be giving me money to do it, and this isn't just going to be, you know, shits and giggles, though there's certainly lots of shits and giggles to be had also, I want to raise the quality of my content to the point that I feel like you're getting your money's worth. It might take me some time. It might take me some time, and chances are I'm never really going to be satisfied, but, you know, it keeps me trying. This stream reinvigorates me after a shitty day, it really does. I can't thank you guys enough. I can't. I'll stop, because I know I can't spend the whole stream just going, you guys are still amazing, oh, and then I'll start crying. But you are amazing. You're fantastic people. And you are a shockingly vibrant community of artists, whether you believe it or not. Also loves it when you send me your bathwater. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I got thrown by that one, Cat. I was like reading chat and I'm like, hold on. I'm combining these two. Nothing sexier than a man that invests in hygiene that extends beyond showering and then showering the stream in subs, and my head was like, is she telling me to take a shower on stream? What are we? And then my brain separated them, and now we're back to a, normal reality. I will not be showering on stream. I realize that Twitch allows us to push the envelope quite a bit, and some streamers out there have really found ways to monetize just chatting in ways that people probably never thought of. But I'm not comfortable with that. Though selling bathwater, I'm not above that. Honestly, that whole thing still makes me laugh. What was that? Was that Belle Delphine who did that? Because that's like, she didn't send people her actual bathwater. Like, she didn't actually. Why would you? You send people bottles of freaking tap water and you go, oh yeah, I bathed in it, and you make money. And ultimately, everybody's happy. That's the American dream right there. That's capitalism. Oh, I almost missed you there, Cyber Knight. Thank you so much for the conversion. I don't have an alert for that one. I don't know why. I gotta check that out. I would have sent out toilet water. Well, that's just spiteful, Gear Falcon. That's just... That's what you do if you're both a capitalist and you hate your viewers. I'm gonna send them toilet water. I'm gonna send them water out of my dog's bowl. The dirty bastards. A sick bunch of freaks. They'll get it, and they'll like it. Because in truth, all they want to do is be abused. I have pickle. Wait. Oh, you're saying that you... Okay, I missed some things in chat. I thought you were declaring that you had a pickle. And about the strangest possible way... Tap water with a pinch of dish soap. Yeah, just to cut the surface tension, Daily. Flavolicious taken off. Flavolicious, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for the gift subs, Cat. You already gave him another shout. How are you in my head? I appreciate it, Cat, but get out of my head. Don't go through the door marked pirate. Okay? That's secret stuff. Guns, shooting there, that's good. Okay, do the big weapon. Strangely hot being possessed. I have pickle. This better not awaken anything in me. Speaking of which, Community's on Netflix right now? That's so cool. It's been so long since I've given that show a full watch through, mostly because I hate Hulu's interface. Okay, Sea of Thieves looks like fun. It does. It looks like a lot of fun, but you obviously have to have friends to really get the best out of it, and I don't? Or at least they don't have friends who play Sea of Thieves. Freaking Daylate Gamer is always talking about him and Amax. Daylate Gamer and Amax are always like, oh, we should play some Sea of Thieves. Remember that time that we were playing Sea of Thieves and all these amazing things happened? And I'm just sitting in chat like... What? Nobody invited me.
Here at Thunderhead Studio, we specialize in turning your shame into more shame.
Yeah. Wait, why does Cat quit? Don't quit, Cat. Oh, that's like the scariest thing I've read all day. If Cat like suddenly up and was like, "I'm not modding anymore."
Yo, I heard you liked battle mechs.
How
So I
fast
put
I
a
would
battle
collapse.
mech in your battle mech, and now Thunderhead's 3D printer is broken.
Okay, second scariest thing I've heard all day. Please don't break my 3D printers. I don't know what I would do without them. I have a vague idea what I would do without them.
If
It
you
involves
don't
a lot of
respect the
crying.
cat, you're gonna get the BAP.
It's true. I'm not entirely sure what the BAP is yet, but it doesn't sound good. It's one of those things where you kind of don't want to find out what it is, you know? So by the time you're finding out, you're in a lot of trouble. And a little bit here. That. Little break for the wrist here. I said at least no friends who are playing Sea of Thieves, Cat. Are you playing Sea of Thieves? And you just haven't told me? Oh, Beagle Active Probe. There we go. But do you play it? Oh, I own it. That's such a non-answer. Do you play Sea of Thieves? I own it. That's like if someone were to say to me, like, Thunderhead, have you read War and Peace? And I would respond with, I own it. Technically true. But not what they asked. My bat is ripping off your arm and beating you with it. Cat may be a Wookiee, you guys. Crocodile, what's up, man? Good to see ya. Cat, can we get a shout out for Crocodile? I love this guy. He's a solid streamer from Australia? I don't want to get that wrong. I would be embarrassed. I'm pretty sure Crocodile's from Crocodilian. I'm pretty sure Crocodile's from Australia. Yeah, see, he said mate. He's definitely from Australia. Ha! I nailed it. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. He's one of the more positive painting streamers that I watch, which is kind of a nice change of pace some of the time. He doesn't whine or bitch as much as I do. As much. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of whining. Every now and then he might whine about something. But he doesn't make it as much of a constant habit as I do it. At the very least. Anybody who's been on stream has probably been raided over to Crocodile at least once or twice. And as always, kill Hitler. Have I asked you that, Crocodile? That's like one of the only things I have to connect with you with as far as things I know about Australia. Did you ever watch Danger 5? I know it was an Australian show. I love that show, you guys. Well, team, Hitler is stealing all the world's monuments, and as we know, a world without monuments is not worth living in. I might have asked you that already. As you know, everyone in Australia watches all the same shows. It is in no way a diverse population of individuals with their own interests. That would be silly. Also, they all sound like Paul Hogan. Seen either some or all of it. To be fair, there's not that much to see. They only made 2 seasons, so if you've seen 2 seasons of it, you've seen all of it. They're switching to a podcast to continue it here pretty soon, which I'm actually kind of excited about. I think they're in Adelaide. Cat, let's play some game. Can we look, Cat, can we have a heart-to-heart for a second? Just for a moment. Cat. Let's play some games together. What are we doing? What is this? How are you here 3 times a week modding for me, and we're not playing any games? I swear. I swear. Don't get Thunderhead started on one of them Star Wars. It's true, I will bitch incessantly. Nobody hates Star Wars quite like Star Wars fans, you guys. We're playing the mind games. We could do that. We could get like a... I don't want to stream gaming necessarily. I've done that a few times, and I don't find it as enjoyable as streaming painting. Though, I haven't done it for a while, and I might be better at it now. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind playing some games with the community, you guys. If there's something that y'all out there, Coral, Bergatarung. Is that the one with the flamethrower chainsaw mechs? It did, yes. Okay, yes. You have seen the final episode of Season 1 of Danger 5, Crocodile, because in that episode, there is one giant mech with an ascot and another giant mech with a swastika on its forehead that wields a chainsaw with a flamethrower in it. That does happen. Stellaris. I would play Stellaris. I picked up Stellaris actually yesterday for the first time in a while, and was getting brushed up on some of the changes in the last few DLCs that I haven't really messed with. I wouldn't turn that down. I like Stellaris. I like Stellaris maybe too much. Like, I'm gonna get, like, violently competitive. I'm gonna form a federation with all the AIs and then invade all the players. Now, if we're going to do Stellaris, though, everybody does need to be fairly brushed up on how to play the game, because it tends to go pretty quickly in multiplayer. You kind of have to crank it up to the fastest setting. Otherwise, it doesn't go anywhere fast. What have we been thinking, chat? What about the commas on these ARC troopers? I'd love to lay down a bass tone. What are we talking? We're talking about Timothy Olyphant? In Mandalorian? He's going to be in that. For the most part, I'm with you, Dark Fox. I play single player most of the time. But with the right group of people, I don't mind a little bit of multiplayer, as long as it's not like a Twitch shooter. Because I'm not good at twitching my mouse around on maximum sensitivity. That's no good for me. Yeah, I know Play and Win would love to be on that list, because Play and Win kicks my ass in Stellaris with uncomfortable regularity. Deep red shaded into purples. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Huh. A real deep purple. And then I could do the armor markings in purple also. I don't hate that at all. In fact, I think that's what we're going to go with, is we're going to start laying down some purple on these commas. And I might move it into magenta. Maybe. But I think I'm gonna actually start with one of my... Dr. P.H. Martin's liquid acrylics. Specifically, violet. It's a good one. I like this one. To be fair, it just happened, Samare. Like, in the last few seconds, it just happened. I'm not... If it makes you feel good, Roland, I heard that in, like, I couldn't stop myself from singing it in my head, but I did manage to stop myself from singing it out loud. Three-month streak. Feed me chocolate and screw you, Roland. What a delightful bunch we have here. Ooh, this might be... Maybe I should have thinned it some more. This might be real deep. But that's okay, we're just going to highlight it plenty. Try to pull some of it off the surface here. I like the purple for the ARC Troopers because I'm going with the Storm Chaser Squad theme. And that's just sort of fallen into being one of our colors. This also gives me a good base to start with for when I do the armor markings. You know, a good basic color to work with. I am going to thin this down for the other ones because, wow, that went on strong. And I'm going to have to highlight this up quite a bit to get it to where I want it now, but that's okay. There's nothing
Look,
strictly wrong
I'm
with
not
that.
saying Thunderhead's trying to brush you off, but you're just base coat, man.
Okay. So that was interesting. Let me take a look at something really quick. And this might be an important note. Not to put these very, very thin acrylics onto your wet palette. Because it just sort of soaked right in. And now there's none on the surface for me to work with. And it soaked right down into the sponge. Huh. What do you know? That's really something. So we're learning lessons today. I'm going to pull over one of my porcelain palettes to mix this in. It's a good thing I've got a bunch of extra sponges. It won't damage it. Neither the sponge nor the paper is really damaged, but I did learn. The worst thing that happened there is I lost a little bit of paint. But you know, it's one of the things I like as much as I do about these really, really thinned out acrylics is that they will flow like this. But they flow just a little bit too much for the acrylic paper. Don't put inks on your wet palette either, probably. You're nothing but a sponge. You're nothing but a sponge. I hope I'm more than a sponge. I hope, Cat, that I am more than a sponge to you. Where's my pipette? Everybody relax. Downslide's back. It's okay now. You can't hurt us anymore. Wait, what? What's a trigger? Mass Effect vibe. Oh, I see. I see. I caught the beginning of that. It's another one that I'm tempted to sing every time I hear any of the lyrics from it because it's just so damn catchy, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because we're better than that. We're more than just animals. He who breaks the law must go back to the House of Pain. Are we not men? That is better. Getting to start with our purple ARC Squad here. Whew, that is quite a purple. While I'm at it, I might as well do at least his whole shoulder, because this is the squad leader, and his whole shoulder is going to be done in the primary color. draw most of it down to where I want the shadows to actually stay. Oopsies. Well, that's okay. These acrylics are finicky. They're powerful, vibrant, and a little finicky. I'm just gonna leave that and then highlight it up by hand. I am no man. Yeah. Inks, washes, GW contrast. Don't put them on your wet palette. I got some paint on my fingers. Where's my hand wash? There it is. Clean my fingertips off so I'm not just rubbing paint around. And getting it on my brushes like a fool. Moist towelettes. But you know, this is the first day I've used this new wet palette, and the paper is not quite as nice as my usual paper towel with some parchment paper on top. That did actually resist these inks pretty well. But this acrylic paper that they're giving out with the Masterson Stay Wet just soaks it right up. Thinned it a bit too much. It's not wanting to stick to a couple parts, even though it has very clearly been primed. That's odd. I might have broken the surface tension a little too much. But that's okay, we can work around that. Living and learning today. Going in for the deep crotch strokes here. There we go. Over there. Leave that as it is. There. That should be good. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Undecided on the shoulders, so I'm not going to apply the purple to the shoulders right away until I've decided exactly what I want to do for each of them. I need to figure out what to do for dinner. Chicken Alfredo. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. Hungry for action. Hungry for blood. Hell, I'm just plain old hungry. These guys are going to be stand out with their pimpin' commas. They got that Mace Windu energy, you know? Come to think of it, those are the only clones I can remember having purple armor markings, were the airborne clones attached to Mace Windu in that one comic book. And I'm pretty sure they did it because it was Mace Windu. We're like, look, it's purple. We're wearing purple. It makes sense. Food feelers. How unappetizing that sounds. We are going to be having a little bit of a short stream today. Here in about between 15 and 20 minutes, I'm going to be transitioning over to the Storm Report. And we'll take a look at what you guys have posted. I'm really excited to see. I'm always excited to see it. It's redundant for me to say I'm excited for the Storm Report, you guys. I always am. I always am. You always make it worthwhile. But if there's anybody who's interested in participating in the Storm Report and maybe doesn't know what it is, it's just a little user art share segment that we have at the end of every stream. If you are a creative of any sort and you feel like sharing some of your art with us, whether it's finished or not, whether you even like it or not, if you just need a place to share it, please pop over into the Storm Report on the Discord and post some pictures. I would love to see some of your work. It really gets me fired up. Especially if you've been working on it while I'm streaming. I love that. I didn't mean to do purple on this guy. This was the one guy I didn't mean to do purple on, and I just did it, and you watched me do it, and you didn't say anything. Gotcha! Set him aside, and fix that later. The mods are quick with the, we didn't know, he didn't tell us. Nobody knew. It's okay. He'll live. I meant it to just be the arcs, and he's actually meant for something else, but it's okay. Hey, Firestarter, how you doing, man? I mean, yeah, it would help if I told you this beforehand, but then where would the fun be? You wouldn't get to be surprised when I'm suddenly like, oh god, I did it wrong. And I wouldn't get to blame you, I'd have to blame myself, and that's no good. These guys are supposed to be purple, though. I should have noticed at some point that he wasn't holding the right weapon, but that's, you know, that's my fault. And a little bit here. That is the strap. I don't want to paint that purple. That's going to be white. And maybe a little bit on the inside. Not a lot. You can't see much of it on this guy, but you can see a little bit. Between that and painting the thigh straps the wrong color, we're going to have a little bit of correction to do on these guys, but that's pretty much par for the course around these parts. Recovering from mistakes is a lot of what we do here. What I do here, anyway. I deny any and all wrongdoing. I mean, technically you didn't. You didn't really. Just Thunderhead having a dirt moment. Yeah, that's accurate. Yes, that is in fact what happened. Not technically a glorb, because I seemed to know exactly what I was doing when I was putting the paint down. It was just the wrong paint on the wrong model. And it happens to be a very, very strong paint that I'm going to have to work very hard to cover up. Oh god, what have I done? Maybe that comma's just going to turn black. Maybe that's what's going to happen. This song is weird. It's just some chick whispering in my ear to feel the burn. I can't even record 1 minute of me, like, trying to sell people on coming to the stream that I run. I can't imagine being in a studio and being like, okay, so I gotta whisper what now? Feel the burn. Ooh. And then being like, yeah, that's great, here's your check. What the fuck is that? Chaotic Harmony can probably sympathize. People paying for that shit all the time. Hey, WJ. Yeah, walking's good. You know, I don't get out for enough walks, honestly. That's not true. I'm out on the damn property like every day. I don't get out for enough walks just for the sake of walking. I do a lot of walking, but that's not the same thing. Like at all. Cripes. Maybe I'll just leave his comma purple and paint the rest of him a different color. Just feels dumb having done that. It's one thing to paint something purple on purpose. It's another thing to paint something purple not on purpose. Purpless. Purpless? No, that's definitely not a word. This has happened a few times, and I don't know precisely what it is that's causing this to... What? Oh, Coral, tossing out some more candy to the masses. Thank you so much, Oh, Coral. I appreciate that. I don't know if equating a subscription to candy is really appropriate. Because then that makes me a strange man on the internet offering people candy. I don't feel like that has good connotations at all. I feel like that has quite bad connotations, actually. Very negative. This guy has his legs quite spread, so go ahead and do the inside of his comma. That's good. Need a little bit right here behind the gun. Going to take a little while to dry before we can come back to the purple. That's okay. A new game idea. What you got for me? Candy deck. Are we gonna make mechs out of candy, and then when you destroy them, you eat them? Tasty? That's what you came up with? Jesus, Cat. Never have I seen text drip with such disdain. Enjoy those.
There's
enjoy
something
those
about
emotes,
Canopian catgirls that give me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Maybe it's just my allergies.
It is. It very much is. It is a rich purple. Like, I'm gonna have to do a lot of highlighting on this purple to really make it come out. And then I'm gonna have to dull it down quite a bit because it does dry pretty shiny, but ooh, that purple. It's almost hard for me to show you because it picks up as much shine as it does, but it is such a deep purple. Prince would be proud.
How terrible wages war against Clan Redvines. But the Redvine clanners made one mistake.
What was that mistake, Roland? I'm making a mess of myself here. Where's my paper towels? That's right.
They attacked my home candy.
That's so... Oh my god. Oh man. Firestarter, that's like... Whew. Complimentception over here. I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. Compliment myself. It all feels so disingenuous. I mean, not all of it. There are some nice things I could say about myself. I'll say something nice about myself. Fine, I won't make it a big thing. I am... You know what? You know what? I got one for you. I am okay at thinking on my feet. I'll compliment myself because I've realized recently that I'm not half bad at this whole live streaming thing. I'm fairly decent at both painting and dealing with chat simultaneously, which is not to be taken for granted. There are a lot of people who aren't as good at it. I attribute it to admittedly many years spent in theater and debate programs when I was younger. But yes, I'm fairly good at that. I'm practiced. Compliment yourself. Whew. Whew. Firestarter, what are you doing to me, man? That's pretty detailed, WJ. That's exactly what you're gonna go do. I mean, you know, it uses a fairly polite language, but now I have an unfortunate mental image. Thank you, Firestarter. I appreciate that, man. Really, the warm fuzzy from that is that you wanted me to do it at all. Okay. I'm gonna start putting down some white. Should I, though? We're at 2:24. I'm not planning on going past 3 hours right now because I do have to get outside some before the sun goes completely down, and that's going to happen here shortly. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, locusts and gentlemechs, that before I start mixing up some white for these ARC troopers, we are going to transition over to the Storm Report. Keep painting. I can't right now. If I don't get outside, I'm going to have a shitty day tomorrow. But yes, we are going to pop over to the Storm Report and have a look at what you, the viewers, the community, the rock, the hard place, now I'm just ripping off a Knight's Tale, Jesus, what's wrong with me, have contributed so far today. And for anyone who is unaware, anybody who might be new to the stream, anybody who just came over from someplace else, anybody who's wandering through, we do this bit at the end of every stream called the Storm Report, where it's because you're still working on your business. That's why I forgot. Just post an incomplete picture. You got a few minutes, you know. If there's something you'd like to share, if there is a model that you've been working on, if you just have a work in progress, if you have a finished photo, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's some photography that you've done, if it's some cross-stitch you're working on, anything creative, I would love for you to jump into the Discord, get into the Storm Report channel, and post some pictures. Ideally no more than 3. We're limiting people to 3 pictures.
Welcome, everyone, to Thunderhead Studios.
This is important.
Where the only rule is...
Please don't show me your genitals. Please don't.
Have fun, be safe, and above all...
Don't show them to me. For the love of God. Don't do it. We are bound by Twitch terms of service, ladies and gentlemen. And your junk will bring this stream
Welcome back
crashing
to
down.
50 Shades of Cole Gray.
I love this book.
And as he pulled his stiff bristles out of my wet fluids, I yelled out, "No, Thunderhead! You need to thin that paint first!"
Let me grab a fresh drink, and we'll get into this. Hey, Puck Duncher, good to see you, man. Oh, hey, that print finished. Nice. Woo! I think I got the audio fixed this time. It should be set to monitor so that even I can hear it. You ready to find out? Let's find out. I'm going to click the thing, and then later I'm going to set the thing up to a button so I can do it smoothly, and you won't even notice that I'm scene transitioning. Speaking of scene transitions, a friend of mine right now is working on a very cool stinger, a transition screen for the stream, and guys, I'm excited about it. Ooh, that was my glove. I can't repeat it. It made a funny fart sound. Anyway, it's gonna improve the look of the stream so much to have these cool transitions that I can use between screens. I'm really excited about it. I don't know when it's gonna be ready, so I'm not gonna give you guys a time on that. But when it happens, I'm gonna rant about it. It's gonna be freaking insufferable. I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, you guys see how I transition from one da-da-da?" Like, it's gonna be just like that. Just like that. That's a nice preview. Well, if you hang around for a minute, Puck Duncher, we're gonna pop over into the Storm Report, or let's check in with Kat to see what we're gonna be doing.
Get ready to feast your eyes on colored paint and wet palettes with the occasional nom-nom thrown in on tonight's Storm Report, brought to you by viewers like you.
They're not nom-noms, though. They're sick, demented, weaponized pictures of food that people use against me because they know that I'm hungry. They know that I'm hungry. Was it Echo? Son of a monkey poop. I'd have to turn off the... You know what? I'm going to do it one more time. You ready? We're going to do it one more time, and it's not going to sound robotic because I don't know why OBS is doing this. 3, 2, 1, go!
Get ready to feast your eyes on colored paint and wet palettes with the occasional nom-nom thrown in on tonight's Storm Report, brought to you by viewers like you.
That was better, right? See? I can fix it. I don't know why it's been doing that. OBS just started doing that. It was not doing it before. I'll dig into it this weekend. By Sunday, we'll have it sorted out. Guys, let's pop over to the Storm Report and see what we've got. It's not too late to contribute, by the way, if you would like some pictures looked at, talked about, oogled, judged, or otherwise. You can still get in before the end of it. I'm not shutting it down. I want to get one of those Go XLRs eventually so that I can do, Synthbot Cat. Well, then we can do the voice modulation on purpose and not do the voice modulation because we're, technologically illiterate and mildly incompetent. I think that'd be better, don't you? I'm glad to see you're still here playing, Win. Oh, Lord. We're going to have to take a look at the... Answer me a question. I'm going to click play on this, and then I'm going to click full screen. And I don't know if it gives you guys full screen, so let me know if it does. But this is apparently Chaotic Harmony's puppo. Getting a treat. Oh, the zoomies. Get the treat and just immediately run away. Good God. Kursala, good to see you. Yeah, we're cutting the stream just a little bit early tonight, and it's just because I have to get outside before the sun goes down, or I'm going to have a bad weekend. But we're going to have a full-length stream on Sunday for you. Full screen, but cut off by the overlay. Okay. I'm going to have to work on that. We'll get it dialed in. We'll get it just right at some point. If I hadn't just been gifted a Yeti for Christmas, I would upgrade to an XLR so I could be your friendly stream AI. Would that be AI? I think you'd just be normal intelligence. It wouldn't have to be. Or if you mean you want to record a bunch of voice lines for me, like Magil Barrett did for Star Trek, and then I could use you as like the computer for... Oh my God, you guys. That's an amazing idea. Let's carry on and see what we've got. Ponburn! Maximus doing his best Hunter S. Thompson impression. Oh, look at him. Look, always miss. You gotta put... You should just Photoshop the cigarette stem in there. It would really bring it all together. What a bunch of... Look at him. Look at this one on the right. It's like, I'm not with these dogs. I don't know what they're doing, but it's undignified. And I will have none of it. Ponburn, thank you so much for sharing. Oh, we got the mobile HQ. Looking nice, Roland. And it looks like we have indeed moved on to Fago, haven't we? Look at that. I gotta say, though, those San Pellegrinos, those are unfucking believable. And no, Kat, you could record some amazing things with the Yeti. Like, I'm not gonna sound much better on this thing than you're gonna sound on a Yeti. The only reason I upgraded to this XLR was because at the point I was doing it, I was thinking, like, I'm definitely gonna be streaming for a while. And, I mean, at this point, I've gotten enough use out of this Scarlett microphone that I don't regret the purchase at all. If I stopped streaming tomorrow, I feel like it would have been worth it. Good audio is important, in my opinion. I've watched a few streams that have really interesting content but bad audio, and it just, it gets me a little bit, you know? Sound magics. We're gonna have to, we're gonna have to do more. Kat, I'm gonna have to borrow your voice. There's a contract I'd actually like you to sign. It was, it's sort of boilerplate. It was done by a friend of mine. You might know her. Her name's Ursula. She's all about borrowing voices. It's got some really, really good terms I think you're going to like. Don't bother reading it. Just kind of sign it, and we'll move forward, yeah? She may or may not be an octopus witch queen. Looking good, though, Roland. Thank you so much for sharing the mobile HQ with us. And look, it's on one of the free Thunderhead buildings. Oh my God, you guys. Those Thunderhead buildings are so cool. Woo! They really are pretty neat, though. I like them a lot. That's looking good. You've gotten pretty good at using that contrast, Roland. You put in the practice, man. Kursala, working on a Mech Warrior 3 Bushwhacker. Well, we finished for a while, needs a lot of detail work. Still, it's nice to see the basic parts come together. Look at that. There's a recognizable profile if I've ever seen one. Whew. Good old Mech Warrior 3. Got the textures somewhere, but they're not really needed. No, I wouldn't hope so if we're going to print it out, my man. You've seen some of these already, but now I've finished modeling all the new Sledgehammer variants. 2 LRM-20. Oh, the 2 LRM-20 is already up on the shop. Working on printing the parts for the other 3 as we speak. By the way, I forgot to ask you, Cyber Knight, if you're here, if you're in chat. I know Cyber Knight's going to be having a sale here pretty soon on the Metalcore Collectibles. Cyber Knight, if you're here, do me a favor and go ahead and plug that sale, man, because you make some absolutely amazing... Let people know in chat what the deal is, please, because Cyber Knight makes some absolutely amazing models. I've done a couple of them here on stream myself, and you should be able to post a link. I think I turned that off. If you can't post a link here in chat, try posting a link here in chat. You should be able to do it. If you can't, go over to the Storm Report and post it, and I will leave it up for a little while. But yes, if you're not aware, Cyber Knight runs Metalcore Collectibles. He is a fantastic 3D sculptor. He has come out with so many cool variants for 6mm scale mechs, armor, even like support vehicles. His Tarmac King is one of the coolest things. And we need to paint that Tarmac King. There, it worked. But yeah, he's having a sale right now, so if you're at all interested in 6mm sci-fi stuff, if you play BattleTech and you're looking for some new figures that aren't from, like, Ironwind Metals or something like that, go check it out. Please, please do. These are his new Sledgehammer tanks coming together. Here's the other thing. Cyber Knight is obsessed with modularity. Like, maybe to a fault. He magnetizes everything, but if you get something from him, you're going to be able to magnetize every single variant of it, because he's, again, maybe a little out of his mind, you know? But that's okay. These look fucking awesome, though. I love the I mean, if you get everything from Metalcore Collectibles, you really get this sort of cool, repeated aesthetic across the weapon systems, too, which I think really gives a lot of unity to a force. With those done, naturally, I got to start working on June's release, the Quick Tank Destroyer. 60 tons of big guns. Look at that. Ooh, guns, guns, guns. This is where I need to have that clip. Good God. Tank bits. Pond burn. Dropping it right on my head. Thank you so much. Look at this little robot next to it and everything. That's adorable. It looks like a tank destroyer. I'm looking forward to seeing that one come together. Third pick near the end to show you progress. I look forward to that. Vandal Noir. Ooh, look at Leonardo. Now, we saw these guys before just being primed, and now we're getting some base tones laid down there. The blue has a nice depth to it. Again, I'm not familiar with this design of Ninja Turtle. I'm pretty sure it's from one of the shows that I missed. I knew that it was on, though. That blue is really nice, though. For old Leonardo. Well, we got Donatello down here. I hadn't seen... See, now, I see you're doing a really... some cool color variations on the skin. I hadn't noticed that texture before when it was just primed. But that turtle skin texture is really neat. Are these prints or were these purchased, Vandal? If you're still here. Yeah, look at that. You got Michelangelo back there not taking anything seriously. You got Raphael, who, if you don't know, is cool, but rude. And then Michelangelo, of course, is a party dude. So, there's always that. Tasselhoff, good to see you, man. I didn't see you lurking in chat there. How you doing? No, you can print them. I'm not sure he said that they were prints. Okay. I love 3D printing, you guys. I love that we can print these things for ourselves now. That we don't have to buy them just from people doing resin casting anymore. It's a brave new world of 3D printing. Really good work on those, thank you. I saw this earlier, Dark Fox, and this is cool. This is really, really cool. As a gift for a series of commissions I've been doing for the person, he asked me for a character to brush up his modeling skills on. I had an orthograph readily available, so he worked from that. Piece of 2019 artwork at Right to build the pose and the model and mailed it to me. Dark Fox, this is cool, man. This is really neat. That he wanted to do it, first of all, is just fucking amazing. But now that you're holding a physical representation of some art that you did, I can only imagine what that feels like. I can't wait to see you do some work on this, man. You're already a very talented painter, and you apply these 2D skills to this model right here. I cannot wait to see how this comes out. That's so fucking cool. Space Iguana with an Orc Stompa. Oi. Look at him. Stop. They're such ridiculous machines. That should be fun. That should be a fun project. Orc projects are always fun, because you really can get away with doing almost anything that you want. Like anything at all. Master Lurker. It's fucking amazing, that's what it is. I agree. Hey, what's up, my man? Shavio, how you doing? It has. It's gone really well. It's still going well. This has been a great stream, you guys. I realize that we're only doing 3 hours today. We're not doing the usual 4. I apologize for that. If the out of doors were not calling me, specifically a few tasks that if I don't get them done before the sun goes down, I'm going to be doing them when the sun is down. And when the sun is down, that's when the night wolves come. Or at least the coyotes. They mostly come at night. Mostly. Yeah, I am. Somewhat rapidly, so I'm going to get through this. Good looking Stompa, though, Space Iguana. I look forward to seeing you get some paint put on this, man. That's a big project. That's going to be pretty cool. Roland, what even is this? It's a fish, and it's full of... I mean, it's you, so I'm going to assume that this is some kind of bean. It's just a fish full of beans. That's going to be my guess. You tell me what the hell is in this pastry fish. Oh no. Oh, there's a clip. Okay. Certainly not giving out his address and then saying, like, send him, you know, various levels of dried dog feces. I'm not saying that. I'm not doing that. I'm just posting his address in one of my Discord channels that happens to be titled Send This Man Feces. That's all. That's not really an endorsement of anything. It's unrelated. That channel existed already. People post on that channel all the time. The fact that your name and address is in there is, it's a coincidence. Honestly, it's a weird coincidence. I'll give you that, but I can't be held responsible for this sort of thing. Oh, you guys let me get away with too much. Getorix. Here we got something from Hethrir. Ooh, that's a nice purple you got going on there. I like all the stitches across the armor. Oh, he's a wolfman, I see. Oh yeah, now that I see his face, I'm getting it. You gonna go with the purple glowing eyes? That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Looks like he's wearing a headdress. Interesting. Hethrir, you do some fucking fantastic paint jobs with some really aggressive colors, man. Oh, here we go. Haribo fruits. Okay, I see. It's just a bunch of Haribo gummies. This is probably delicious. I don't care what shape Haribo is in. It's delicious. Yeah, the crystalline effect on the... I'm going to go back to this just for a second. A really nice kind of... It's not MMM. It is more of a crystalline effect on the axe. Kind of like a purple obsidian. That's my kind of salad. That's what Tasselhoff sounds like. That's really cool, man. I look forward to seeing the rest of that come together. We've already seen this guy rolling. I mean, I like looking at it again, don't get me wrong. We got this little vulture lurking down here and everything. You're making me want some of those San Pellegrino grapefruits. Those things are so good. The San Pellegrino... Okay, the San Pellegrino grapefruits. The lemons are good, but they're really harsh. Like, I like sour stuff. I like lemon-flavored stuff, but the San Pellegrino lemonades are kind of a bit much for me on their own. I can have, like, one in a day, and I'm pretty good on that. But they're blood orange flavored, and they're orange flavored. Primo. That's the business. Kursala doing some more woodwork. Milled some more boards today in the blue tote. Got some sawdust and scraps for kindling in the green bin. Gonna be having some outdoor fires, are you, Kursala? You got like a fire pit? You seem like a rugged outdoorsman. I would not be surprised at all to find out. Oh, there's a number 4. Oh, there's a 4. Oh, joyous day. Chaotic Harmony has bestowed upon us another one. Let's have a listen.
I have a pickle.
Ah, oh, Jesus. It was funny at the time. And they responded with a cucumber. Chat. I was just complimenting you guys. I was talking about how great you guys are and how supportive you are, and I think I even said something about how mature you are. And then that went and happened. No, we don't need to make that usable. I have a pickle. Does not need to be usable for chat. It's a cucumber. I mean, you know, a pickle is a form of cucumber, admittedly, but this is a cucumber that you reacted with. Still waiting for the butt one. We might have to get the butt one in just for the occasional times when I do, you know, streamer touches the butt. It happens. It happens sometimes. White Wolf, getting some basing done. Oh yeah, another big mech to go with the rest of those bad boys. Man, those Infinity Minis. Those Infinity Minis are crazy. Looking good. Looks like you got a whole bunch of white glue mixed up. That's always being on the right track there for some basing. Looks like you got a nice mix of different sorts of grit and debris. This should be interesting when you get them painted. Samare, hot off the press. Here's another pair of Thunderhead Studio exclusive Operation Lancaster Arc premieres. Holy shit! 55th Shadow Division of the Word of Blake. Holy moly. They're just committing war crimes left, right, and center. I gotta stop saying this, but I love Plog's art style. I really do. It reminds me so much of 2000 AD. That cannot be a coincidence. It absolutely cannot be. And welcome to the world of Pantheris 6. When I say hot off the press, I really do kind of mean it. Haven't even given this more than a cursory glance before posting it up here after receiving it. That's pretty exciting, actually. Oh, neat! This is more of a cityscape. I like how there's that little rock arch up on the upper left and the highway going. It reminds me so much of 2000 AD. I don't know what Plog's work history has been, but I'll bet if you were to say to him, "Hey man, you like 2000 AD?" He'd go, "Fuck yeah." I'm not sure either. Out here in the field, it looks like that's like a lake. Like maybe that's a harvesting rig of some kind. I'm not sure what all those little pods are supposed to be. They have like a little central tower kind of thing going on. See, there's another one. If you look here on the lower right, it looks like a lake of fluid with like some docks coming out into it. But it's just round, so I feel like there must be harvesting it, as opposed to it being like a port. Unclear. Oh, there's more. Joyous Death. The number of lols this has gotten just makes me even more reticent to click.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thunderhead. I didn't realize we were married. Is this when I tell you to calm down?
For when Thunderhead bitches more than your partner. I will have you know that my nagging is generally welcome. You know what? We'll use that one to replace therapy, because that's slightly less hurtful. It's slightly less hurtful. We'll use it, WJ. We're getting therapy's gone. Therapy's gone because therapy hurts my feelings. Soothe. All right. You know what? We'll use exclamation point butt touch, and we'll use exclamation point married. We'll do it. We're gonna have them both. How can I turn down free content from such a talented voice as Chaotic Harmony? Not Battletech, but I'm proud of it. Tasselhoff. It doesn't have to be Battletech. Really, really smooth flesh tones. Good color work overall. I love the texture that you've given to the edges of the books. The potion bottles have a nice shine to them there on the base. Good work on the leather on the boots. The basing in general is very well done. Really, really nice. Smooth flesh tones, smooth hair. That's always a challenge for me. Nice, well-blended highlights on the boots. I like what you've done with the open book there. Now I can see the text that's in it. I think the potion bottles look really good. And yeah, the books on his back look excellent. Hasselhoff, thank you so much for sharing. That really does look great. Yeah, no, that's a really high-quality paint job. You should be proud of that. Wolfenspawn. I don't know what you're doing, Wolfen, but it looks like you're about to shoot a Mad Max sequel, which, given where you are, is entirely possible. And then we come back around to Cybran Knight with a work in progress he's been working on during the stream for the Tank Destroyer. Look at that. Look at that beast. Woo! I love seeing works in progress on digital art, not just because it lets me rip off your ideas and your process. In general, I really do like getting work in progresses done into the... That's a terrible sentence. Works in progress. That would be how you would say that. I like works in progress. Mad Max Farmer Road. What monstrosity is that horizon? Well, let's take a look again. That's, the fucking Outback, is what that is, I believe. And, there's a very good reason that they went down there, looked around, and said, maybe we'll shoot a post-apocalyptic movie. No, there's nothing. There's nothing, Cat. And if you were out there by yourself, you and many other people would just die. Because it's an incredibly hostile, incredibly deadly countryside. What sort of main gun would you put on a Battletech conversion of an Abrams? Gauss AC-20? I feel like an Abrams would have like an AC... Honestly, like an AC-5. We don't use weapons as big as like AC-10s or 20s. I don't think. Maybe a 10? Yeah, I feel like AC-5 is probably the closest to what we actually put on the Abrams. We don't use that big of weapons. Vergaderung has been getting so good at this Dazzle camo. So good at it. Look at this patterning. Look at how it's different from the calves to the thighs. From one launcher on one side over to the next. And look at that vibrant red cockpit. I mean, holy hell. It's like a magenta. Here we have the whole gang so far. It's an effective camo. I look at it and my eyes, like, lose the mix a little bit, which I guess is the point. Really great work, and Vergaderung has been streaming his work on this, by the way, guys. Vergaderung's been streaming this. So if you don't follow Vergaderung yet, and you want to see somebody working on mechs like this, go follow this man. He's in chat right now. He's right there. He's chatting. Seriously, go follow Vergaderung. Because he works late into the night sometimes, and it's a pleasure to watch him work on this. It really is. Each one has gotten better. I can't wait to see the next one. Oh, one more just in time. This sounds like an ad. You guys ready? You guys ready? This is going to wrap up the Storm Report, so let's go ahead and dig in to this shit sandwich that Chaotic Harmony has served up for us. Hopefully he cut the crust off. Oh, nope, Vergaderung got one. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined it, Vergaderung. You snatched it away from him. Chaotic Harmony, I'm afraid you lose. You were about to win, but now you lose. Let's have a listen.
Luthien Armor Works. Chase the Dragon. Tired of SRMs falling short? LRMs lack punch?
What the
Spreadsheet warriors nagging you over the cost
Wait, I wasn't expecting that. Let's go back. You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. No, we're not doing that. Okay.
Luthien Armor Works. Chase the Dragon. Tired of SRMs falling short? LRMs lack punch? Spreadsheet warriors nagging you over the cost of weapons? Look no further than the new medium-range missile systems proudly developed by Luthien Armor Works. We've stripped out the fluff, reducing costs and passing the savings on to you. Boasting 66% greater range than SRMs and packing 50% more missile tubes than LRMs, Luthien's medium-range missiles promise to deliver their payload wherever you want, whenever you want.
I'm sorry, but the whistle followed by the is definitely my favorite part of that. That is, oh my god. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I indulge Chaotic Harmony. For every asinine, trollish giggle that he submits to the Storm Report, we get one of these every now and then. And my god, are they fantastic. Oh, alright. Vergaderung. What have we got here? Well, we got a back on the King Crab, do we? Did the leg with a cool Kharitan sunburst pad. Oh, yeah. I saw pictures of this before. Right here, on the rear left leg on the King Crab, we have this really awesome-looking sunburst pattern. Oh, man. You do great work, Vergaderung, and it's been an absolute pleasure to watch this sort of camo style evolve as you've done one after the other. I think it works really well on these larger mechs, and I'm excited to see more of them. I'm always excited to see more of what Vergaderung's doing, but again, if you want to see it live, go watch him stream. He's on fairly regularly. I'm not sure what his schedule is now, or even if he's developed one. Ladies and gentlemen, locusts and gentlemechs. If I can find my OBS. Hey, there it is. Oh, you guys. sometimes before a stream, a lot of the time before a stream, I'll have moments where I'm like, I don't know if I want to go on today. I don't know. Feeling a little low energy. You know, not quite sure what I'm going to be painting. Not sure if it's going to be good. Is anybody really going to show up? And, you know, I do it anyway. And you've never disappointed me. You improve my day every single time. I'm in a better mood now than I was when I started. And I've still got to go outside and work. So, I mean, that's basically fucking magic. You know? Thank you to absolutely everyone for being here today. Thank you, Project Dark Fox. Thank you, Cat Ion. In fact, if we could get a thank you in chat to Cat Ion and Project Dark Fox, these guys, they make this stream possible in so many ways. Thank you to everybody for the gift subs today. There were so many of them. It was crazy. Flavolicious and O'Coral are each sitting on 12 gift subs. These
if you don't respect the cat, you're gonna get the BAP.
Let's take a look and see who it is that we are going to raid today, shall we? Who's on? Who's doing what? Sovereign, Amax, Crocodile, Flavolicious. Ooh, this is a tough choice. I kind of want to raid Crocodile. You know what, chat? I'm going to let you guys decide. I'm going to let you guys decide between Flavolicious and Crocodile. Flavolicious is doing 3D design. Crocodile is painting. Crocodile is painting 40K. Flavolicious is almost certainly designing for Battletech. It's looking like Flav. It's looking like we're going to get some of that Flava Flav. Some of that Flava Flack, if you will, which is one of the first dumbest jokes that we had on this stream. Samara, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing those Thunderhead Studio exclusive sneak peeks. As always, I'm excited. I'm excited for more of Operation Lancaster. All right, we're going to make Flavolicious happen. I don't know why my thinking bollocks stream manager is not actually showing me the people that I want to raid anymore, but this will have to do. Folks, thank you again for being here with me today. As you can see on the banner right down there, down below me there, next stream is going to be on Sunday, May 24th, 5 p.m. as usual, live at 5. Haven't decided what I'm painting yet Sunday. I'm sure that there will be some more back and forth about that on the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, please go ahead and pop over there so you can at least participate in the Storm Report next time. You can check me on all the social media platforms. We're using YouTube now. We're using Twitter. We're using Instagram. We're on everything. We're on everything. I'm not using them well, but I'm using them, and that's what's important. Yeah, maybe we'll do a viewer redeem. It depends on if I can get some prints done. We'll see. I'm going to send you guys over to Flavolicious. Make sure you make him feel just as appreciated and welcome as you make me feel, which involves a whole lot of trolling and probably trying to make him hungry with candies and insulting everything that he loves. All right, guys, I'm going to send you over to Flavolicious. Thank you very much for being here. I will see you Sunday. As always, keep on painting.